If you want to get rich or if you want to get free, the path is the same. Stop consuming today. All the losers in the world are consumers. All the billionaires in the world are producers and creators. All the free people have stopped consuming. Consumers watch movies, producers read books. Consumers buy stuff that loses value over time, while producers buy stuff that gains value over time. Consumers always have the newest things, while producers always have the oldest things. Discipline, persistence, patience. Never be a consumer. Now let me ask you a question. Are you a consumer or a creator? Think about it for a moment. This might be the most important question you'll ever answer. You see, in this world there are two types of people. There are those who consume and there are those who create. And the difference between these two groups is as vast as the difference between night and day. Consumers are like sponges. They soak up everything around them. They absorb information, products, entertainment, you name it. They're always on the receiving end, always taking in but rarely giving out. They're the ones who are always looking for the next big thing to buy, the next show to watch, the next trend to follow. But creators are the different breed altogether. They're the ones who make things happen. They're the ones who take raw materials, be it ideas, resources, or opportunities, and turn them into something valuable. They're not content with just taking in what the world has to offer. No, they want to add to it, to leave their mark on it. Now, I'm not saying that consuming is inherently bad. We all need to consume to some degree. We need food, shelter, clothing. We need information and education. But the problem arises when consumption becomes our default mode, when it becomes our primary way of interacting with the world. You see, excessive consumption is like a trap. It's comfortable, it's easy, and it can be incredibly seductive. It's like a quicksand. The more you struggle in it, the deeper you sink. Before you know it, you're in, over your head, drowning in the sea of stuff you don't need, information you don't use, and experiences that don't truly enrich your life. But creation is the lifeline that can pull you out of that quicksand. It's the ladder that can help you climb out of the pit of mindless consumption. When you create, you're not just taking from the world, you're adding to it. You're not just a passenger on its journey of life, you're the driver. Let me tell you a story. Back in my day, I knew a young man, let's call him Tom. Tom was the quintessential consumer. He had all the latest gadgets, wore all the trendiest clothes, ate all the fanciest restaurants, drove cars he could not afford. From the outside, it looked like Tom had it all. But you know what? Tom was miserable. He was drowning in debt, always chasing the next big purchase. He was constantly stressed, always worried about keeping up with the Jonases. His life was a never-ending cycle of work. Spend, worry, repeat. Now contrast that with another young man I knew. We'll call him Jack. Jack didn't have much in terms of material possessions. His clothes were simple, his car was old, his apartment was small. But Jack was a creator. Every day, Jack would wake up early and work on his ideas. He was writing a book, developing a new business concept, learning new skills. While Tom was out buying the latest smartphone, Jack was investing in books, courses that would help him grow. Fast forward a few years, and guess what happened? Tom was still stuck in the same cycle, more in debt than ever before. But Jack had published his book, started a successful business, and was living life on his own terms. He wasn't rich by conventional standards, but he was wealthy in all the ways that truly matter. You see, that's the power of being a creator. It's not just about making money, although that often comes as a byproduct. It's about creating value, about contributing something meaningful to the world. It's about growth, about becoming more than you were yesterday. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but Roland, I'm not creative. I can't write a book or start a business. Let me stop you right there. First of all, you're watching this video, so you are. But being a creator isn't about having some innate artistic talent. It's not about being the next Shakespeare or Steve Jobs. Being a creator is a mindset. It's about approaching life with the intention of adding value, of making things better. You can be a creator in any field, in any role. A teacher who develops innovative ways to engage students. That's a creator. Janitor who finds more efficient ways to keep a building clean. That's a creator too. A parent who comes up with fun, educational activities for their kids. You guessed it, that's a creator. The key is to shift your focus from what you can get to what you can give. Instead of asking what's in it for me, start asking what can I contribute. Instead of wondering what can I buy, start thinking what can I make. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but isn't it easier to just consume? Isn't it more comfortable? And you're right, it's easier. It is a lot more comfortable, at least in the short term. But let me tell you something. Nothing worth having comes easy. Growth is uncomfortable. Creation is challenging. But that discomfort, that challenge, that's where the magic happens. That's where you truly come alive. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Was it when you were sitting on the couch passively watching TV or scrolling through your iPhone looking at TikTok and Instagram videos? Or was it when you were engaged in creating something, when you were fully immersed in a project or an idea? Which one was it? I bet it was the latter, because that's what creation does. It energizes you, it ignites your passion, it gives you purpose. And here's the beautiful thing about being a creator. The more you create, the more you have to give. And the more you give, the more you receive. It's a beautiful virtuous cycle. But becoming a creator isn't just about what you do. It's about how you think. It's about developing a creator's mindset. So how do we do that? Let me share with you a few key principles. First, embrace curiosity. Creators are inherently curious. They're always asking questions, always wondering how things work, always looking for new ideas and perspectives. Second, take action. Ideas are great, but they're worthless if you do not act on them. So make sure you execute. Third, focus on value. Always ask yourself, how can I add value? Number 4, embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. You're not gonna go to the gym and lift weights and not feel physical pain. You're not gonna go and run a marathon without feeling pain in your body or being out of breath. Number 5, be patient. Creation takes time. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your dreams be. The most important thing you'll ever create is your own life. You are consistently creating yourself. Every decision you make, every habit you form, every skill you learn, it's all shaping who you become. So I ask you again, are you a consumer or a creator? The choice is yours, and it's a choice you make every single day.